guys, Barbara here with another tarot reading for the week ahead. It's Monday, the 28th of July 2025. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I certainly did. I was teaching Reiki on Saturday. I love teaching Reiki. It's wonderful to see people actually grow and realise how they can change their life with Reiki. It's such a fantastic experience. Anyway, hope you had a great weekend too. Now, just a reminder that Friday is the 1st of August. Aren't we whizzing through the months this year? Now, the 1st of August is Lammas, so that means that'll be a 3-card reading. So the reveal will be on the 1st, but I'll probably upload your choices, I don't know, Wednesday evening, something like that. So keep a lookout for those. If you're only watching this on YouTube, you'll need to pop over to my Facebook page for that anyway. So let's get on with the reading. So we have the Touchstone Tarot. There we are. Quite a nice box there actually. And there's the back, so quite shiny, so that'll be interesting. Now the cards are quite dark, as in they are dark, not in dark as I normally say. So here we have the first card. Now it's the King of Cups, and you can see what I mean by how dark the pictures are. So now this particular King of Cups, he's very much looking forward. He's looking right at you. And this is this week. I do feel there's going to be a few emotional things going on this week, but don't panic about it, because this is the week you need to be that King of Cups, that guy that is not aloof as such, but he's sitting tall, he's dealing with situations. Now, it might be a case that you look like a swan above the river, and underneath you like doing this, oh my god, am I going to be able to deal with all this? But nevertheless, it's very important this week to actually deal with each situation and it comes along very calmly and without getting too overwrought with it. You know, it's a case of he is definitely in control. Now, that's not just within your own life. So this could be to do with your family or friends, your partner, I don't know, children, all sorts of things, neighbours, work colleagues and things like that. But it's a point people are going to need to look to you to help them. Now, all right, you might have your own problems as well, but this is one time that if you can give over this feeling of, yes, I can deal with the situation, the whole point is you will be able to. It's that self-appreciation almost, that, do you know what, yes, I can do that. And that's really important, because once you realise that you can deal with certain aspects of your life, other people's lives, it gives you that confidence to do more. And the king is at the height, you know, he's at the pinnacle of his success. And he is, look at that one, I mean, look at that wonderful pie he's got there. He can have his, have his cake and eat it. In this case, he can have his pie and eat it, sort of thing. And that's where you need to be, to have that confidence and that control almost of how to deal with situations that may affect you or your loved ones, say, emotionally. That's very, very important. And it's just this way he's looking forward. If you look in a right away, he's sort of looking to one side, sort of thing. Here, face on, and that'll be you. You will be able to deal with any situation that comes up without losing it, without looking worried or anything. I said, you know, you might be paddling underneath really fast, but on the surface you're calm and serene, and that's going to help you in so many different ways, whether it's at work, whether it is with your partnership, not going off on one and things like that. You know, it's time to actually be the king, in control. Now, pulling that off, I know it sounds awful, pulling that off enables you to become the sun. Now look at that, that is one happy baby. And that's interesting here, because in a right away, I know usually compare them to right away, he's holding that red sort of flag. He is still holding that flag, but you notice it's not so much in your face, it's not like up here, you know, fluttering behind him. It's almost hidden. And it's that, yes, I've dealt with the situation. I can enjoy the whole feeling of being top of my game, let's put it that way, without coming over as being, oh, who do they think they are? Look at them, who do they think they are? This is a child. This is the sunshine. It will enable you to bring sunshine into other people's lives by being that rock almost that people can turn to. But it can also give you almost like a new beginning. Remember, babies tend to represent baby things. So that could be a new business, it could be a new job, but it can also be that feeling of joy, that excitement of, yeah, I can do anything and I can continue to grow. I like being this King of Cups. I'm not going to just do it for this week. I can learn from it. I can take it further. That is so important. Once you do that, now you will end up with the Nine of Wands. Remember, nines are all about the harvest, which is quite relevant actually when you think about it. Lammas is the first of the harvests. So here she is. You could say she's certainly a sort of rich merchant lady. 8 wands behind her, and she is holding on to this one wand. She is protecting those behind, and if you actually look at it, I don't even see it close up, this is actually a brick wall. Again, back to Rider-Waite. In the sun, there is a brick wall behind him. In this case, it's on the Nine of Wands. And she looks very prim, almost. But that's not a primness of looking down her nose at people. This is all of us realising that, you know, we can do anything we want to. And also remember that the moon is now waxing. We've gone through the new moon. So this is an energizing week as well, where you can look back on all your successes, all, you know, ready to bring in that harvest, to start thinking, well, what do I do for next year? It's that moment this week. But it's all down to those emotions. You need to control those emotions regardless of what you're dealing with. Just take it. If there's something happens and normally you'd go off on one, let's put it that way, this is a time to count to 10, take a deep breath, perhaps leave the room, come back in, and show that control of the way that you deal with things. Which leads on to the Three of Cups. Now look at this. Are they all female? Yes, they are. So that Three of Cups, again, is normally portrayed as a harvest. Again, back to Rider-Waite. I know I keep using Rider-Waite. But this is the whole point. This is the celebration. This is the time to party almost, to actually get with other people. And the more you seem in control, and remember, not controlling, but in control, somebody that people can look up to or almost emulate, because they, oh gosh, I want a bit of that. I want to be a little bit like so-and-so down the road. Aren't they wonderful? I want to be friends with them. So I will also say, bearing in mind that King of Cups, if you're thinking of making new friends, new acquaintances, just meeting new people, this is the week to try and do it, particularly if you are very shy or a bit worried about going out and trying new things. This is the week to try it, to have that confidence, even if it's only external and inside you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm so worried about things. Give it a go. It's for a week. You know, it doesn't have to be forever. Give it a try and see what new experiences you can bring in, because you've managed to portray yourself as this particular person. I can remember using an example here many, many years ago. I was about 19, I think. And it was a really bad day at work. And all I wanted to do, to be honest, was cry. So I went out to lunch and I just came back in with this big smile on my face and just carried on. And it looked like from the out that I was really, really happy. And do you know what I was? Inside, because I put that smile on my face, I thought, yeah, I'm going to ignore that, what's happened today. And it was pretty grim where I used to work. And you know what? It just set me up for the rest of the day. That's what inner confidence can do. You outer confidence, and then it becomes an inner confidence. And it will enable you to glow. But it will also enable you to draw in people that you're going to attract towards yourself. It doesn't have to be about new partnership or anything like that. It's new experiences and new people. So what's the final card? The King. So a second King, the King of Coins. So the King of Pentacles, King of Earth. That feeling of security. Was there anything else in there? So look, because it is so dark. Oh, hello. It looks like he's eating oysters. Oh, that could be, you know, left over from that Three of Cups here. Perhaps you are going to meet somebody, but nevertheless, the whole point, it will bring passion, even though it's a pentacle. It's that feeling of, yes, I got my feet on the ground. I feel secure enough to actually perhaps extend this week to another week, to yet another week. Where can it go? What experiences can I now bring into my life because I feel secure in the way that I deal with people, with my emotions, myself? I'm not sure. Oh, I thought it was a moon up there. It's actually like a penny, something like that. This guy is exceedingly rich. Now, just because he's rich doesn't mean financially we're all going to suddenly win the lottery or something like that. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? But this is back to that security. But it's the security of the way you feel with your emotions and where you can take that. But it's all down to that King of Cups. We need to be the King of Cups this week to deal with the initial ups and downs, so to speak, which in turn will give us the confidence to move on. So have a fantastic week. I will see you in a week's time. Remember to look on Wednesday night for the 3 cards to actually pick your Lammas card. Anyway, I shall see you soon. Bye for now.